Hello, my name is Sean Kotke, manager of the Educator Preparation Unit in the Office of Educator Excellence. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about our new certificate structure. What you see on the screen now is a preview of that new certificate structure. And I don't expect you to digest it immediately. I'm going to go through and break it down a little bit throughout this next set of slides and relate it to what it looks like on the certificate and then the appropriate placement of teachers who have endorsements with these new grade bands. This certificate structure is designed to meet a number of needs and serve stakeholders in the field. For our students, to give them access to well-prepared and well-qualified teachers and to address the needs of the whole child. For our teachers, to provide them with focused preparation, which research shows leads to increased retention. For school districts to provide some transparency in what teachers were prepared to do, as well as some flexibilities in staffing these teachers, and to respond to an ongoing concern from administrators that new teachers were not well prepared in certain areas. One of those being literacy instruction, how to teach reading, and this new certificate model is designed to serve a legislated need for a non-compensatory test in teachers' knowledge and skills to deliver literacy instruction. So it's important to recognize that preparation and initial certification are parts of a larger system of staffing. Other parts of this system are appropriate placements or assignments of teachers and flexibilities for staffing when the school is unable to find an individual with the proper certificate or endorsement for a given teaching assignment. In the following set of slides, our focus will be on the intersection of what will appear on new teachers' certificates, what specifically they'll be well prepared to teach, and where they may be placed as teachers. You saw the certificate structure a couple of slides ago, and before unpacking each of the components of that certificate structure, it's important to understand three things. This revised certificate structure is being implemented in phases, with the first significant group of new teachers prepared under these standards for these grade bands entering the field and looking for jobs in 2023. Endorsements on existing teaching certificates will not change. Teachers currently holding certificates with the K-5 all subjects, K-8 self-contained elementary education endorsement will retain those certificates, and schools will be able to place them appropriately in the same manner as they currently do. And thirdly, while a certified teacher may always teach in the grade range and content area listed on their certificate, teachers with these new grade band endorsements may also teach outside of these bounds without the district needing to seek a permit in certain circumstances. As we explore each grade band of the new certificate structure, we will also explore each element of these appropriate placement guidelines. Here are the 5 grade bands. The key goal of this structure is a deeper preparation for teachers to meet the unique learning needs of children at each grade level, particularly in early literacy, early numeracy, and the unique needs of the middle grades. This is accomplished through focused grade bands to provide teachers with specialized knowledge about the students and content they will teach. Second element is clinical experiences. Research into effective models for teacher preparation recommends that teacher candidates engage in intentionally designed clinical experiences as a cohesive component of their preparation programs, connecting education theory directly to practice in classrooms with PK-12 students. These experiences should occur throughout a preparation program, from initial exploration through the culminating internship, more commonly known as student teaching, and should involve gradually increasing candidate responsibility for planning and instruction over time. Mindful of this research, the certificate structure has been designed to ensure that no matter which grade band candidates are being prepared to teach, they are required to complete clinical experiences working directly with children across the full range of the grade band during their preparation. In a similar manner, Preparation experiences in each grade band include coursework in the professional knowledge and skills appropriate for supporting children in this age range across the spectrum of their whole child needs. This professional coursework is aligned to State Board of Education approved preparation standards in the areas of learner-centered supports, ethics and professional growth, and strategic partnerships with communities, families, and other school professionals. Lastly, preparation experiences in each grade band focus on the content knowledge for teaching and pedagogical content knowledge unique to each grade band in alignment with teacher preparation standards and PK-12 academic standards for each grade range. In the next part of our presentation, we'll unpack each element of this for each grade band. The early childhood general and special education, also known as birth to kindergarten or BK grade band, features focused preparation in the following areas, which are represented by the multicolored diamond: whole child development, special relationships, special education, relationships, content knowledge for teaching, foundational concepts in skills in literacy, mathematics, science, and social studies to children in this age range. And teachers with this endorsement are well prepared to work with children in a variety of settings, including, but not limited to, home visiting, Great Start readiness programs, early childhood special education settings, Head Start classrooms, public and private school, kindergarten classrooms. Unlike the ZS and older ZA endorsements, this endorsement may stand alone on a teaching certificate. It may also be paired with other content area endorsements or other grade bands, such as PK-12 special education, pre-K-12 English as a second language, the lower elementary pre-K 3, or pre-K-12 music. And that's just a few examples. The lower elementary education, or PK-3 grade band, features focused preparation and content knowledge for teaching foundational concepts and skills in literacy, mathematics, science, and social studies to children in grades PK through 3. Note that on the graphic, the diamonds symbolizing the different content areas overlap with each other, but English language arts and mathematics are larger in size. This indicates that candidates will be prepared to integrate instruction across content areas and have increased depth of preparation to provide early literacy and mathematics instruction than under the prior K5/K8 elementary education certification. Preparation providers have intentionally designed their PK3 programs to enable future teachers to graduate with 2 or more endorsements, which may be another grade band like birth to kindergarten or upper elementary education, or another discipline area like English as a second language, special education, or health and physical education. Teachers with this endorsement may be placed in grades PK through 3 to provide departmentalized instruction in the 4 core subject areas, or all subjects in a self-contained classroom. They may also be placed in departmentalized or self-contained classrooms to teach grades 3 through 6 without the district needing to seek a permit. The first groups of candidates scheduled to complete their programs in May of 2022 may not have all of their endorsements on their certificates immediately upon graduation, as the new MTTC for the PK3 and 3-6 bands become operational over subsequent months. However, this appropriate placement policy will allow them to be placed flexibly. And again, that will be a very small cohort of new teachers in May of 2022. Similar to the lower elementary grade band, the upper elementary education, or 3-6 grade band, features focused preparation and content knowledge for teaching foundational concepts and skills in literacy, mathematics, science, and social studies to children in grades 3 through 6. As with the PK3 grade band, preparation providers have intentionally designed their 3-6 programs to enable future teachers to graduate with 2 or more endorsements, which may be another grade band like lower elementary education, or a 5-9 grade band, or another discipline area altogether. Teachers with this endorsement may be placed in grades 3 through 6 to provide departmentalized instruction in the 4 core subject areas, or all subjects in a self-contained classroom. They may also be placed in departmentalized or self-contained classrooms to teach grades K through 3 without the district needing to seek a permit. They may not be placed in an early childhood setting, however. In the middle grades, or 5-9 grade band, candidates choose at least one of these content areas: English language arts, mathematics, science, or social studies. Preparation providers are currently designing 5-9 programs in English language arts and mathematics, and the first graduates from which are expected to enter the field in 2025. As with the elementary grade bands, providers are intentionally designing programs for future teachers to graduate with 2 or more endorsements, which may be another grade band like upper elementary education or a 7-12 grade band, another discipline area, or a specialty area within the broader endorsement area for the 5-9 grade band, like 5-9 biology or 5-9 history. Providers will begin designing 5-9 programs in science and social studies after preparation standards are adopted by the State Board of Education later in 2022. Teachers with this endorsement may be placed in grades 5 through 9 to provide departmentalized instruction in their endorsed content areas. They may also be placed in self-contained classrooms to teach grades 5 through 9 without the district needing to seek a permit. As with the 5-9 grade band, in the high school or 7-12 grade band, candidates choose at least one of these content areas: English language arts, mathematics, science, or social studies. Preparation providers are currently designing 7-12 programs in English language arts and mathematics, the first graduates from which are expected to enter the field in 2025, as with the 5-9. As with the other grade bands, providers are intentionally designing programs for future teachers to graduate with 2 or more endorsements, which may be another grade band, like a 5-9, another discipline area, or a specialty area within the broader endorsement area for the 7-12 grade band. Providers will begin designing these programs in science and social studies after preparation standards are adopted by the State Board of Education later in 2022. Teachers with this endorsement may be placed in grades 7 through 12 to provide departmentalized instruction in their endorsed content areas. They may also be placed in self-contained classrooms to teach grades 7 through 12 or in a grade 6 classroom in their endorsed content areas without the district needing to seek a permit. In addition to the 5 core grade bands, which focus on literacy in English language arts, mathematics, science, and social studies, the new certificate structure will continue to offer endorsements in a variety of disciplines that cover multiple grade ranges. Special education endorsements will remain K-12, while other K-12 endorsement fields will be expanded to PK-12. These endorsements include visual arts, music, world languages, library media, bilingual education, English as a second language, and health and physical education. Non-career and technical education endorsements in the fields of business, agriculture, consumer, and industrial education that are currently 6-12 will be expanded to 5-12. CTE endorsements will no longer carry grade ranges, allowing schools to place teachers with classification of instructional program, or SIP codes, in exploratory programs for middle grades or upper elementary students, as well as high school CTE courses. Teachers with these endorsements may be placed in classrooms across the span of grades printed on their certificate to provide instruction in their endorsed content areas. As the new certificate structure rolls out, it is important to understand the timeline for candidates entering the workforce and ultimately applying for jobs in Michigan schools. New Michigan tests for teacher certification for the PK3 and 3-6 grade bands will debut later in 2022. MOEX will be updated, reprogrammed, and transitioned to include these new endorsements on certificates prior to the debut of these tests. We have traditional candidates, alternative route candidates, and out-of-state candidates that will be obtaining certificates on a different trajectory. Our out-of-state candidates will be able to earn Michigan teaching certificates with these grade bands as soon as new MTTCs become operational. While there will be a small cohort of graduates with PK3 and 3-6 grade bands entering the field in 2022, the first significant cohort of traditional program completers, who constitute the majority of new Michigan teachers each year, will enter the field with PK3 and 3-6 grade bands in 2023, with larger cohorts entering thereafter. We will still see new teachers entering the field with the K-5 all subjects, K-8 self-contained elementary education endorsements at least through 2026, albeit in reduced numbers, as preparation programs phase out the older program. Lastly, alternative route candidates could obtain an interim teaching certificate with the new endorsements as early as summer 2023. It's important to note that this is not going to solve all staffing challenges, and it's not going to change current teachers' certificates or placements. What it will offer are smaller programs as candidates are able to exit with broad or multiple endorsements and make it easier for teachers to add endorsements, particularly in related areas. It is intended to provide improved transparency to help make better decisions about how to place your teachers. For example, a fourth grade teacher, what can they teach? And greater flexibility or more flexibility than the current staffing structure. It's crucial to remember permits are still available when a teacher is not available with the right certificate. Here again is the full certificate structure in one image. Use the QR code on this slide to access a guidance document containing this diagram, the implementation timeline, and information about each grade band. That document will be updated as changes are made to the timeline if necessary. Thank you.